Welcome back once again. Ladies and gentlemen, today's guest is very, very special, and he has come here to Pakistan all the way from United Kingdom. He is a very seasoned politician and we're going to talk to him. But before I introduce him to you, I would like to give you a brief introduction. Well, he graduated from Cambridge University, and after that he joined Merrill Lynch as a vice president in 1986. He moved to AF Houghton International Associates as joint MD. He then joined Furman Cells, running their European operation as MD. After entering Parliament, he served on the Employment and Health Select Committees. He served as a Parliamentary Private Secretary in the Department of Northern Ireland, Trade, Industry and Defence. He is the chairman of the Parliamentary Advisory Committee of the Small Business Bureau. He was the Member of Parliament for the West Suffolk constituency, and before that for the Bury St Edmunds constituency from 1992 till 1997. In 1997, he was appointed opposition spokesman on culture, media and sports. In 2000, he became opposition spokesman for foreign and Commonwealth affairs with responsibility for Europe, Sub-Saharan Africa, the Far East and Australasia. As one of the directors of the British Syrian Society, he has a special interest in Syria. He was the governor of the Westminster Foundation for Democracy. He subsequently became the Shadow Minister General in 2005, was appointed as Vice Chairman of the Conservative Party. In November 2010, he was elevated to the House of Lords as Lord Rizbi of Haverhill. Ladies and gentlemen, I am really privileged and honored to have Lord Richard Rizbi with us. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Oh, you learned that, right? That was good. How are you? And this is the first time, Lord Richard Rizbi, you are here in Pakistan.
Yes, I've been looking forward to it very much indeed, and it's wonderful to be in Lahore, which I've always wanted to visit. It is one of the most fascinating and enjoyable visits I've ever undertaken. So it's a great delight to be in Pakistan.
Really? Okay, tell me what came as a surprise to you since you're here and you're experiencing meeting different people, going to different places?
I think the most overwhelming thing about coming to Pakistan is the incredible friendliness of people. In the few days that I've been here, I've just been overwhelmed by the hospitality of people, the personal kindness of people, and in every situation, whoever one talks to is just so extremely friendly. It's probably the friendliest place I've ever been to anywhere in the world. Yes.
Brilliant, brilliant. So that means you have made a lot of friends.
Well, I hope so.
Really? Okay, we know that you, one of the most important reasons why you came to Pakistan was especially to Lahore, because of the Islamic architecture. You have this emotional attachment with Islamic architecture. My question is, I mean, we live here in this country, and honestly, it's very unfortunate that we don't even make an effort to go and visit those places, you know, that are incredible. But you came all the way from United Kingdom just to see those places here in Pakistan.
Well, I think it's so often the case that if you live in a country, you sort of take your wonderful buildings, your heritage for granted. This is true in all countries, I think. But for me, I think that the Islamic civilization produced some of the finest and most beautiful architecture, which stretches from Morocco to the Middle East to Uzbekistan, and of course the great Mughal heritage which you have here. And this is like completing a jigsaw puzzle for me to come here and see the magnificence of your old city, which is just breathtakingly beautiful.
Right. Okay, you have been to different places. You have seen different Islamic cultures from different countries, right? My question is, what's different? What did you find different here in Pakistan, in Lahore? What was something special that you haven't seen before?
Well, of course, every part of the Islamic heritage is different. For example, in the Middle East, the buildings are very often decorated magnificently in gorgeous tiles. And here, your floral decorations, the paintings on the walls, the use of flowers, the tulip, for example.
Right.
This is so exquisitely beautiful. And what was lovely to see that there is restoration work going on, particularly in the fort, bringing it back to, at least in part, its original magnificence. And of course the heritage that you have here in Lahore is not only the heritage of the people of Lahore, the people of Pakistan, it's for the whole world.
It is.
It's magnificent.
Right. We were together in one of the seminars yesterday, and you mentioned this before, that it's not, this doesn't belong just to the Pakistani people, it belongs to the whole world. All right, we have a caller here, who Shezray from Lahore, Shezray Naam, she wants to ask a question. Assalamu alaikum, Shezray, how are you?
Hello.
Hello, how are you, Shezray? We have Lord Richard Rizbi. What would you like to ask?
I'd like to speak to him first, and I'd like to say hello to him.
Well, hello, and thank you very much for calling in.
Oh no, it's a pleasure. I've been hearing you, and I just think that I just want to say that it's commendable that you've been able to see past all the negativity that they've portrayed about Pakistan and actually come here to really see that Pakistan is just beyond all of what everybody in the outside world portrays us to be. You know, there's beauty here, there's architecture and history, and it's a country with culture and hospitality.
And wonderful food, by the way.
Oh yeah, we were going to talk about that. So she's just, all right. Any question, Shezray, you want to ask him?
Yes, I would, and I'd want to ask him. He's been out and around studying so much beautiful architecture. I want to ask you, which monument so far has really inspired you, and something that's really struck you, you know, as just beautiful? Out of all, I'm sure they're all beautiful, they're all grandiose, but just one. Could you just pick one monument and tell me why it struck you as amazing?
Well, I think the mosque in the old city is a glorious example of Mughal architecture. Of course, it's absolutely enormous, and I was lucky enough to see it illuminated at night. So I've seen it during the day and night, and as you look at it, I think it is one of the great architectural marvels of the world. So I suppose if I were to choose one, and it would be very, very difficult to choose one, it would probably be that.
All right, I hope he's answered your question. यहाँ पे जितनी हमारी देखने वाली सहेलियाँ, उनसे कहना चाहूँगी कि हम सब जानते हैं कि किस किस्म के हालात इस वक्त हमारे मुल्क में चल रहे हैं, मगर उसके बावजूद एक फॉरेनर पॉलिटिशियन ये डिसीजन लेते हैं कि वो यहाँ पर आएंगे just to see the beauty we have in Pakistan, especially the culture we have here in Pakistan, especially in Lahore. We're going to talk about it more. We will talk to him more, but before we go, I have to share this with you and with you also. You know, yesterday he said, I have never had strawberry juice before in my life. I came to Pakistan, I had it, and it was so amazing. We are going to talk more about the cuisine and the juices that he liked a lot after this short break. Stay tuned to A+. I'll see you after this short break. Affection that we. All right, welcome back, Jee. आज हमारे साथ हैं Lord Richard Rizbi, and we are talking to him. And you know, I am so surprised and so amazed to know that he has so much love for Pakistanis and Pakistan itself. And I think we want to tell him also that we love United Kingdom and the people over there also, so that this very good message should go in along with you. When you reach there, you should go and tell. And as we were discussing yesterday, that we are very peace-loving people, nation, and that's the message we want to send through you to United Kingdom. Okay, before we went for the break, we were talking about the cuisine that you loved a lot, you know, Pakistani. What is your most favorite cuisine here that you've tasted?
Well, you know, what is very interesting is that years ago, somebody from Lahore set up a small restaurant in London, and word got out how wonderful the food was. It's called the Lahore restaurant.
All right.
And I went to it, and it was absolutely wonderful. And this particular chef has become one of the great successes of cooking in England, and now has branches of Lahore, and it's called Lahore.
Brilliant.
Yes, but I think that I love lamb, and the way you prepare lamb, I think is just sensational.
All right. All right. In juices, you like strawberry juice. I know.
Well, I know it's in season, and I have to say, although we have many strawberries growing in England during the summer, I've never had strawberry juice that is fresh. and it is just delicious. I'm now going to be completely addicted to drinking strawberry juice whenever I possibly can.
Oh, definitely. And every time you come to Lahore, we'll make sure that we send you loads of strawberries, and we make sure that we give you lots of strawberry juice as well. Ladies and gentlemen, यहाँ पे जो मेरी देखने वाली सहेली हैं, उनसे मैं ये ज़रूर कहना चाहूँगी कि आप देख रहे हैं कि लॉर्ड रिज़बी ने इस वक्त ग्रीन शर्ट पहनी हुई है, and when he entered, he told me that I'm wearing this green shirt. Why? Because I want to represent Pakistan, you know, when I'm here.
Right.
So you like this green color also, and you especially wearing this just to, you know, show us the love.
Well, that's right. Actually, green is my favorite color, as it happens. I have many green ties, for example. I even have green socks,
okay.
which I wear.
All right.
But nevertheless, of course, it is the color of Pakistan, so I thought it was appropriate that I should wear this shirt
that's
for
great.
this morning.
Okay, Lord Rizbi, you gave up your seat in 2010 as MP and went to the House of Lords.
Yes.
Why did this change take place?
Yes. I think that I've had a wonderful life as a Member of Parliament for 18 years, but I think that in life you reach a point where you make a decision to move on.
Oh, yes.
And I think that was my decision. I'd hugely enjoyed it. It had been absolutely wonderful. But of course, I'm still engaged in politics without having a constituency, because I'm now, as you correctly said, I'm in our upper house.
Right.
But nevertheless, it was a decision really that I think sometimes in politics, politicians stay too long.
Right.
And I decided after 18 years it was enough.
All right. All right. There's one advice I need from you for the politicians of Pakistan, but not now, towards the end of the show. Right. So you just think what you have to say. All right. Here I would like to share this this brilliant, dynamic woman, Saida Warsi.
Yes.
I mean, you know, everywhere people are talking about her. She's a cabinet minister and chairman of your party, Conservative Party. And she's a former vice chairman of Conservative Party as well, if I'm not wrong. You have worked with her, you have seen her, and you have met the women in Pakistan also, right? I just want you to tell me what potential do you see in the women of Pakistan or Muslim women?
Yes. Well, of course, you're quite right that Saida is a fantastic role model. And it's very important, if I could just say this, that people of Pakistani origin in Britain fully play their part in the public life of the nation and enrich the quality of our public life. But of course, you know, women by definition are half a population in any country, and it's very important that they have the confidence to participate in that society and enrich that society. And I hope that that happens all across the world.
And you've seen the women here also. You've met the very empowered women. What would you like to say about the women of Pakistan? And
well, I think that there's some extraordinary role models here, and I think that is very important, that women feel what they must make their life choices. You know, some will want to be just a homemaker, some will go into public life or do whatever.
To achieve what we want to achieve here, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after this break.